Wow, it works. Good morning, everyone. Got you up here early. Everybody had their coffee? Everybody watched the game last night? Where are the Croatians? You know where you belong. Oh, you're sitting next to the English. You're not fighting. Yeah, you're the only one sober, right? You drown your sorrow, you drown your happiness. This is what England's about. Canadians, where are the Canadians? Yes, come on, Canadians. That's all the attention you're ever going to get here. All right. Well, it's an honor to be here. I better start my clock because I don't want to run over time because I don't get paid for that. You guys laugh. You don't get paid for anything, don't you? All right. So the first thing I'm going to do, this is like, Celebrity Chef 101, as if I'm a celebrity chef. I'm just going to, let's just do a dish first because, to break the ice, because usually, you blab on for half an hour, everybody's going to fall asleep, people's going to leave the room. So I'm going to do a dish. Restaurants, Bo Innovation. Innovation is about innovation, okay? So I want to show you the creative process for me to make a dish. Now, the first thing you got to do when I create something is everybody, find an inspiration. Okay, I'm not going to ask anybody because you got to find an inspiration. So this inspiration can come from everywhere. A lot of people are going to restaurants to find inspiration. That should be the last place you should go. Go to the market. The ingredients are always there. You're not going to find anything new. Once in a while, you may find a new fish, a new plant, okay? It probably doesn't taste good because if it tastes good, somebody would have discovered it a long time ago, right? So let's look at something else for inspiration. Instead of the market, instead of, your grandmother, my mother, she's an awful cook, so I don't want to cook like her. Let's look at, something simple. Before I became a chef, and I'm a self-taught chef, I read an article, and that's a long, long time ago because I read it in the newspaper, which doesn't exist anymore. Nowadays, you came and wrap fish with it. And I saw it was talking about Jackie Onassis Kennedy's favorite dish. Anybody know who Jackie Kennedy Onassis is? Everybody put up your hands. Okay, most of the people, you're old enough. Come on, don't. So, she was beloved. So, the reason was because she was, John F. Kennedy's wife, First Lady. And, if you use her as an inspiration, you tell people about it, right away you're going to get the attention. So, when you find an inspiration, get a story. And I found out her favorite food was very simple. A baked potato. So, anybody read the article? Anybody know what's her favorite food? Anybody know? Okay. So, she took a simple baked potato. Okay. So, I get that. And then, what do you do with baked potato? You put on a big, big blob of butter. Okay? And then, on top of that, you know what she did? She took, of course, she was very classy, being the president's wife. I was going to do a dish about the present U.S. president, but I flushed the ingredients down the toilet by mistake this morning. Caviar. And you notice this is a humongous can of caviar. Of course, nowadays, it has to be sustainable, so it's farmed from China. Kaluga Queen. Thank them for sponsoring, getting me here. I'm trying to get this open. My hand is not as good as it used to. Can you get this open? Because Okay, you got it? All right, while he's opening that, I think, no, you got to use this. All right, we didn't practice opening these cans. I think you got to open it here. Yeah, no, okay, no, you got to, yeah, just peel it. Okay, sorry. All right, didn't rehearse opening a can of caviar. Anybody got a can opener here? Okay, great. All right. And what they did at the Waldorf Astoria, they took, this is the best you can get, sustainable, of course, farm, and she put it right there. So that's her favorite dish. So this is going to be my inspiration. As I say, it's always good to get a nice story. So, let's take potatoes. What's in this dish? Potatoes. So, of course, what do you do with potato? You can make a potato puree, you can make French fries, baked potatoes, potato salad. Let's do something different because I want to do, you know, if you want attention, you got to be different. But in the same time, you got to stay on course and make sure you're creating food. A lot of times, a lot of days, everybody's going away from food. So the first thing you got to do is you got to remember you're creating a dish, which is food, which is to eat, which is to enjoy, which is to taste. As I said in my show all the time, taste is king. So, what I do, can I get the potatoes? Oh, I forgot this. All right. Everybody, you know, technology nowadays. So you're not going to poach it. So I'm going to sous vide this. So I back and pack it. I sous vide it. Cut into small cubes. I sous vide it. 82 degrees Celsius, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. 10 minutes, okay? So I'm creating a new way of cooking potatoes by sous videing it. I try to keep all the natural taste of that potato. I'm only going to do it, and I'm cooking at low temperature also. I'm trying to get the texture. I'm going to get this crunchy texture. And the reason I want this crunchy texture is because, you know, there is the Chinese, and of course I'm extreme Chinese, we do a potato dish of which we just stir-fry potato and eat it almost half raw. So that's what I'm trying to create. Now just pretend we're on television and this has been in there for 15 minutes. If they do this, they put it in the oven and they bring it back out again. Now after that, you pour it on ice and keep it cold. Okay, so you got to keep it cold. So there, and you can get that out for me. So there's the potato from the dish. Now what else is left from the potato? We got the butter, right? So what I did for the butter, do I have a camera here? Some butter braised abalone, of course. Abalone, you can get this all over the world. Beautiful stuff from South Africa, Australia, New Zealand. Just mention some of the chefs here from these countries. And what I did was I braised it in a bit of butter, seaweed, kombu, sake, okay? And I made a sauce out of that. So that, I elevated the butter. So it's a butter abalone sauce. Finally, what else can you do with the potato? I mean, it's a very simple dish, okay? I haven't forgot the caviar. That's going to go soon. So where's the potato? Right here? Great. So there's the potatoes. So I want someone to come up here and help me taste this potato. And I tell you, you know, when you taste, you always taste, the best way is to do it with someone young or someone old. Because they're not going to be influenced, really. They're not going to be influenced by anything else. When you're young, all you care is about taste. And when you're old, you're set in your way. So I'm going to get someone here to taste this for me. I'm not saying he's young or old. So Wolfgang, wrestler.
I know.
From Canada. Everybody give Wolfgang a hand. Wolfgang has been very, very popular in Toronto, where I come from. And like the England team, they haven't won since '66 either, at least. And Wolfgang, I know you're Canadian. You used to be German, but you changed that after the World Cup, didn't you? The German contingent. Where are the Germans? Where are the Germans? Oh, there they are. I wish you luck in the World Cup in 2030. Anyway, so I'm gonna ask you to taste something for me. So first of all, can you taste that and just tell me what you feel about it? What you feel? Be honest, because I know you're always honest. You're Canadian, you cannot lie.
Tastes good.
Tastes good, but you have the texture, right?
It has texture.
It has the texture.
Not overcooked.
It's not overcooked. You haven't, you don't get that raw potato taste.
No,
Absolutely not, right? And I haven't paid you beforehand. And you're Canadian, I say you never lie.
Canadian potatoes a little bit longer.
They cook it a little bit longer, I know. They cook everything a little bit longer. They're a bit slow. All right. So put that nicely decorate on the plate, right? So,
It's good.
so you taste the potato, you think it's good. You approve.
I approve.
Would the Canadian eat this? Without the cheese and the
Today, the Canadians will try more
yes?
of different kind of food.
Good. Today's Canadian will try different more food.
Before they had only French fries.
Before they only had French fries and maple syrup, right?
And baked potatoes.
And baked potatoes. And Wolfgang, sit down here because you're gonna help me because I'm gonna have you taste more. So in the meantime, I don't know if you had breakfast yet, but anyway, here this is for you. Just sit down here and eat, and I'll be bringing you lots of food. Okay? All right. So this is a potato. Now, as I said, that's a potato, half cooked. Anybody had raw potato before? Who has eaten raw potato? So, baked potato, French fries, forget mashed potato, forget all that. Let's deal with raw potato. So I'm going to incorporate some raw potato into this dish. See, I'm using different techniques. Now, just to make sure, this is raw, right? You don't have to eat it. You can, sure, being a chef, you know that's raw, right?
Yes.
Okay, you don't have to taste. All right. So, what do you do with raw potato? How would you, not cook, but how would you serve raw potato? This raw potato, some water. Now, what do you put on French fries? I know in Canada it's ketchup, cheese curd, chicken gravy. All right, get the Brits here. The Brits, hello? What do you put on potato? What do you put on chips in England? Grease, I heard that. Vinegar. Mayonnaise. No, those are Belgium. Belgium, they went out too. Thank the Belgium. They have a good detective, but a lousy chef. But anyway, this is smoked vinegar. So, it's natural. Malt vinegar and potato, except the potato is raw. Now, okay, pray this works. It's working this morning. Fantastic. So what do? Well, you have now a foam, a potato foam. Wolfgang, I want you to try that. How's that? No, it's not bad.
A little bit more
Little bit more
stuff.
what?
A little bit salt.
A little bit salt, pepper. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't have any salt and pepper. I come here quick. This is the best kitchen in the world. There's no salt and pepper, okay? I agree with you. But you want to know? I just want to get the acidity in the potato. I agree with you, it needs a bit of salt. But I tell you why you taste this alone, correct? You taste this alone. Now, I purposely did not put any salt and pepper in this because this is not the main dish. This is something to flavor something else and something else. So, let's go to the star of the dish. Of course, every dish you must have a star. You must have a co-star. And the star dish is, of course, caviar. So where's my caviar spoon? All right. Wolfgang, how's the caviar? How's the caviar? How's the caviar? Don't worry. You sit there. You sit there. I'm going to be feeding you. Don't worry. So there's the caviar. So I'm going to put this now on this dish. Now, when you don't garnish with caviar. You don't garnish. I don't believe this nonsense of like putting 2-3 grains on. When you do anything with something like caviar or something luxurious, don't garnish. Okay, it's part of the dish. So make sure you have a good amount in there because you want it's very expensive, and if you're gonna hide it with some garnish, that's not gonna work. So there's probably a good 25, 30 grams here, right? So this dish is not gonna be cheap. And then the butter, right? Put that on. Now, the reason I like to keep things simple. So I would say simple potato and caviar would have been nice. Can I get more of the potato? Okay, so we have the potato here, and we have the caviar here. Okay, so that caviar, potato, how's that? That presentation looks very good. This presentation or that one? That one, good, good. I hope you didn't say this one. That's a spoon. So you got the starch, saltiness from the caviar, crunchiness from the potato. Nice feeling, right? Okay. Now, what do you need the butter for? The butter, basically, is to add a little bit of richness onto the dish. So now you have butter, abalone butter, caviar, and potato. Can you get me more of that potato, please, Aaron? Okay. So that's another ingredient. How does that taste? Yeah, there's butter in there now with abalone. Yeah, it's a completely different taste. A kind of, yeah. Yeah, no spice, correct? Definitely no spice. So what you do, you get a reaction between now the potato, the butter, and the caviar. Okay, so what happens is the potato now do not dilute the caviar completely. So the butter, now you don't need more richness. That's a very rich course. But the butter actually tones down the potato a bit, okay, and amplifies the caviar. Comes out more, correct? Fantastic. Great minds think alike. Now, here we have the foam, unseasoned. Not the way Wolfgang like it, but you have a lot of richness. So what you got to do now is now you got to tone this down slightly with a bit of acidity. And you know, you can use lemon juice. Some people use lemon juice, some people use vinegar, but I prefer to use a potato foam. And the reason is, look at how nice this foam is, and that's just for raw potatoes. So instead of your protein powder, this also works. Okay? Now, another taste. We have the potato. We have the potato. We have the abalone sauce. We have the caviar, which already Wolfgang approved. Finally, we add on a little bit of the vinegar, more vinegar potato foam, unseasoned. Yeah, raw potato. Yeah, just blend raw potato and vinegar. That's all. You got a foam. How much potatoes? Vinegar and potato to taste. To taste. So, you know, to taste. How's that? Good. Perfect taste. Fantastic. Everybody. Now, so each individual component tastes good. Each individual components work with each other. And that's all you need on the plate. Forget the ice cream, the powders, the foam that make it colorful, the herbs, okay? Don't put too much. Just make sure everybody coexists and work with each other. And that's what you need for a plate. Now, something else, Wolfgang. You know, a lot of times, how about the potato peel? You know, like I said, you know, I took all the ingredients from the original inspiration, the caviar, the butter, the potato. So how about the potato peel? Can I do something with the potato peel? Well, what can you do with potato peels? You throw it away. So look, I dehydrated. I made it into something like that. Okay? So that's dehydrated. So taste that. What do you think? Taste it. What do you think of that? There's different flavors. Is it good? No. You know? You know what you do with these? You light them up and you smoke them. Well, how about everybody's charring things? Why don't we char the peels? Char the peels. How's that taste? Like tobacco. That's worse. You smoke that tastes like ash. And then, you know, make a powder. So put the powder here, put the potato. How's that taste? You know, the charred powder? How's that taste? Don't taste like a potato no more. Doesn't taste like potato anymore. You know, the point I'm trying to make is this belongs in the rubbish bin. Really. And I can tell you, Wolfgang agrees with me. That belongs in a rubbish bin. So, you know, everybody's trying to take the full plant, the roots, everything. Believe me, you stand more of a chance to ruin that dish than to make it better. I think a dish, every single ingredient should go together. And if this ingredient makes that dish taste worse, then don't put it on. And all the young chefs up there who's seeing all these, you know, use the whole plant, use the whole everything. When you cook something like a potato peel, it better tastes better than the potato. Then you discover something. But if it doesn't, forget it. Smoke it afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you much.
Now, sit down, sit down, sit down.
I will again
You sorry?
with the caviar,
The caviar?
potato,
Yeah. You like that dish?
whatever chef.
So you dated Jackie Kennedy as well, right? Okay.
Can
$10 for that? I'll come to your restaurant, eat there. Now, I'm just going to do one more thing. Now, the thing about this dish, when I create the dish, you know, and I say to myself, there's got to be a bond, a personal bond between the chef, the dish, and the person eating it. As you see, there's a bond. And that bond could be we both love the taste, the comfort that brings you the comfort. That could be the bond. The bond could be, oh, he loves the presentation. But there has to be a bond, okay? And that bond is the soul of the dish. Now, that bond, as I said, you know, the story, Jackie Onassis, Kennedy, you know, that could be another bond to that. Oh, you know, she loves that dish, inspired by that dish. All that is going to psychologically lift your taste of that dish. So that psychological bond is very important, okay? It's subliminal, but it's very important to get that bond. So it could be the story, it could be the taste, it could be the presentation. Now, that's a physical bond. There's also a cultural bond. So let's do something really, really crazy. Okay, you want to do something crazy? You want to dance? All right. And it's personal, cultural. Where are we? Where are we, Wolfgang? It's not Canada. It's too hot. Okay, it's snowing up there. We should be wearing snowshoes. But where are we? We're in Malaysia, right? And when we say Malaysia, what do people think of? A certain food. Anybody? Where are the Malaysians? What? Durian. Who said durian? I'm doing caviar dish. You say durian. Are you fucking crazy? All right. Bring it out. So, the first thing everybody said, durian. You ever had a durian before? Okay, you know you eat these, you know. You can't, you don't kick around these. I don't know, Germans are kicking around these. Didn't help them. All right, durian, where are the crackers? Let's do something really, really crazy. So I have some crackers made with buckwheat. Break it into little tiny portions. We have here a puree of durian. Wolfgang? Now, what does that smell like?
Very spicy.
Very spicy. Okay, you got something you know, sorry. Okay, oh, don't worry. All right. Yes. No, you don't need to change the diaper, not yet. Okay. the adult diaper time, no. I mean, that's durian, right? Get a Malaysian up here. Come on. Get a Malaysian up here. Come on, someone come up from Malaysia. All right. So, come on up. Oh, no, come on up. We can have two Malaysians in the same room. Who did you vote for the election? All right, no problem, right? Don't worry. Now, durian, cracker, and caviar. Hey, did I? So, I'm going to bring now, you know, if this worked, I could walk on water. In Canada, I skate all the time, so I do. We have durian, caviar. Have you had this dish before? Have you had this dish before? I hope not. You're still alive, that's why. All right. Wolfgang, probably the first time in everybody's life here. Durian, caviar. Come on. Oh, you're waiting for him. Look at this. What do you think? If it's no good, I'll blame the durian. I mean,
Actually, kills the taste of the caviar.
kills the taste of caviar. Okay,
But overall, the taste is
good.
excellent.
Okay, so I tell you what, I'll give you double the caviar. Let's do it again. You can never make these guys happy. So half the durian for Wolfgang, twice the caviar. More durian. And you come up here, okay? All right. Here you go. Okay, and Wolfgang, if you're not happy with this, I'm going to show you what to do with durian shells. I mean,
But
now,
see, you give me a double portion caviar.
yeah,
The caviar comes really out.
the double portion caviar comes really out.
Yeah.
Wolfgang, you're a damn expensive date. I can tell you this much. Anyways, Wolfgang,
Excellent.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your help. Okay. And from the Malaysians, what do you think? Great combination. All right. We have. You can fight on the next badminton World Cup, okay? All right. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you, Wolfgang. Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you. All right. So just for the unconvinced, I'm gonna make as much as I can of these dishes because, our sponsor, Kaluga Queen, has been very generous. So we have half a kilogram of caviar here, with a whole durian to make enough, hopefully, for most of the people here. Okay, so they'll be bringing the trays out. So that is the cultural bond. That's a cultural bond. Okay? So when I create a dish, I think of the 3 W's. I think of why I'm doing it. I think of when I'm doing it. And finally, you think of where you're doing that. And all that is going to play on whether or not this dish will be successful. So remember that. Okay, how much time do I have? How much
You
time?
want an honest answer?
It ends? Yeah, 32 minutes. Wow. Okay, so that's my creative process. Now, a little bit of message before I leave, because, we have all these great leaders right here in this room from all over the world, in this World Congress. We have a lot of enthusiastic young chefs all over there, okay? And we think being a chef right now is probably the most exciting time in your life. And that's all brought by celebrity chefs. And the reason is now you're getting, a lot of chefs are really getting paid well. They're getting the attention, okay? But the setback of this is there's a lot of pressure on us. And, recently we have a lot of depression, couple of suicides, lots of exploitation, sexual discrimination. All that does not belong in the kitchen. So when you guys are teaching these guys over there how to be a good chef, make sure you teach them that as well. I'm proud to be I'm proud to be a chef. You know, I get upset when my chef go out, they take away their uniform. Because this is not a uniform. This is your badge. This is a badge of being a chef. This is a very noble profession. I'm proud of it. I'm proud to be here. Thank you very much.